just went through fuel and now gas is next. And this one gets weird fast.
We're choosing to be poor. We're choosing to have expensive childcare, expensive health, expensive education.
But I think he makes a valid point there. We're choosing a lot of things that go against what I would assume that Australians want. We're constantly seeing news articles with parents and single mothers and teachers and nurses and everyone else in between living in their cars.
We make it exciting for you. Australia is one of the richest countries in the world. We're the third biggest fossil fuel exporter in the world. And in Saudi Arabia, when the price of oil goes up, they feel rich. And in Qatar, when the price of gas goes up, they feel rich. But we've so cooked our tax system that in Australia, the third biggest fossil fuel exporter in the world, when the price of oil and gas and coal go up, we feel poor. We call it an energy crisis. We call it a...
We do, yeah. Me personally, having a family, it does put a pressure on it. When I watch the news and the ABC News and all these different things, and I see the price of oil going up, I know there's going to be a correlation between here and the Bowser. So, a couple of dollars for the barrel is probably going to be about 20 cents at the Bowser for a litre for me. We, like he said himself, we're a third largest exporter of gas. Why are we having gas shortages? Just doesn't make sense to me.
Cost of living crisis. Now, in Norway, which is also a big fossil fuel exporter, they tax their fossil fuel industry and give their kids free university education. In Australia, we subsidise. But get this, in Australia, we subsidise the fossil fuel industry. We give more than half of the gas we export away for free, and we charge our kids a fortune to go to uni. Tell me politics is boring. Tell me budgets are boring.
And also, Medicare, like we pay exorbitant amounts through dental, we pay exorbitant amounts through psychological services, mental health services, all these different things and to hear that we're giving away half our gas for free, it just sends me insane. There's not much hope for us.
All right. When we elect people, when they form budgets, they're the big choices that we get to make. We're choosing to be poor. We're choosing to have expensive childcare, expensive health, expensive...
And I think he makes a valid point there. This is going to be the constant flow and ebb through this video and through this series, is that we are giving our government a mandate. Why are we giving this natural resource that's a finite resource away? It's not replenishable. We can't build it more and export more after it's gone.
Education, other countries tax the fossil fuel industry.
But he makes a very valid point. We elect officials to do the best for us. And so in the sense that we, in layman's terms, are a politician's boss. We shouldn't be asking them for favours or requesting that they do things that we're asking them to do. We elect them on the premises that they follow our mandate. And by the sounds of it, it's not happening. Slightly off topic, I did have a commenter last week on our video about the NDIS. He wrote, worst take ever. I did invite him to have a bit of a conversation with that, asking what he didn't agree with or what did he think differently. He didn't leave a comment. So by all means, please leave a comment. Let me know your reasoning. And by all means, you don't have to agree with me. Just let's have a talk in the comment section. I'm really genuinely curious to see where people are with this particular topic. And also, if you're outside of Australia looking in, what do you think of this whole insanity? Or do you expect that this kind of thing will start flowing across to your country? Because from what I see is once it gets done in one country, a lot of politicians jump on it because it's already been established or tested or tried in a different market per se. So do let me know and consider subscribing if you haven't already. We're getting close to 100, currently at 58. I would love for this video to crack 100 if we could.
A 25% gas export tax will be at least $17 billion a year better off. We've got the gas industry saying, oh, if you listen to Richard, you'll miss out on lots of tax. Don't listen to Richard. You'll get a lot more tax if you don't listen to Richard. The idea that gas executives want to pay more tax and that somehow I'm trying to trick them.
So this is one thing I can't get my head around, is that why are politicians, and by all means there's a lot more smarter people in the room than I am, and this channel is not purely for a politics breakdown, it's more of a case of saying, hey, look, I've identified this weird thing or this thing that doesn't make sense to me. Let's dig in and try and work it out collectively. That's why I keep engaging or asking for comments. Why are the gas industries reaching into government and telling the government what to do? And the gas company is saying that. They're actually putting papers to the government saying, hey, look, you'll get more tax if you don't tax us. It's not making a lot of sense to me.
Parliament, it's their job to pay as little as tax as they can.
So, Mr Dennis, you do not believe the Australian Tax Office projections that the PRRT in its current form will generate about $6.9 billion over the next 4 years?
I don't know if he was a public servant or a senator or something along the lines of this. So this gentleman, Richard, is basically saying, hey, look, we can make $17 billion a year off this 25% gas export. This guy is saying, hey, look, we can make $7 billion over the next 4 years. So what, $1.5 billion a year? and he asks it with a straight face. Like, is there a disconnect, or is it just me being special or something? I have no idea what's going on, because to me, it just doesn't make sense.
I do believe that. I just believe that $6.9 billion over 4 years is a lot less than $17 billion a year.
He beat me to it. But we are electing these officials, these politicians. There is a select few, and I will run a video next from David Pocock, that don't necessarily, from my perspective, are delivering a mandate that we're providing them. Maybe they're listening too hard to the lobbyists. I'm not too sure.
Would it be accurate to say that the tax on offshore gas exports, PRT, is still giving us less revenue than the tax on beer?
Have a look. Just bear with me a second.
So when a senator asks a public servant that question, they already know the answer behind the scenes. They've already done their research. So this gentleman's pretty much probably walking into a trap. I don't want to be in that position.
In 25, 26 in my info, taxes on beer, we're expecting 2.7 billion. Taxes from PRRT, 1.5, so yes, it's lower than...
How?
So it was just he beat me to the punchline. I was going to say that if we go back for the previous clip, is that we were looking at about $1.5 billion a year through this tax system per se. The beer tax is almost $3 billion a year. More alcoholics, or the government starts doing what we probably want them to do. Just my opinion.
How do we live in a country, one of the biggest gas exporters in the world, and we're getting more tax from beer than PRT? Maybe it's one for the minister.
I would not like to be sitting across from this man. Not only is he physically imposing, he was an ex-rugby star, or wallaby star.
It's a political decision.
Not really an opinion. Well, we've made changes to the PRRT that we got through the Parliament. Other areas of tax reform for us right now, the priority is delivering on our election commitments and on including the bill that the Treasurer...
Just quite quickly, on where she said we got through the Parliament, they hold a majority in the Parliament, right? So I think they've got a 50-seat majority. So they could literally just make a decision and push it straight through. Kind of dismissive as well, like, a little bit of condescending. Personally, I'd expect better.
It's always worth remembering that companies like Impex, which are Japanese owned, export gas from off the Northern Territory for free, no royalties, don't pay any PRT, or certainly haven't yet and probably won't. It's not like it's just meeting what Japan is getting. They give them more so that Japan can then sell it to Vietnam and the Philippines and actually make money out of our gas, or is it our gas, when it comes from a Japanese company and they're not even paying for it. As a result, we're paying more gas just...
We are exporting a product for free to another country, and by all means, I love Japanese people. I want to go visit there later in this year or the next year. They're refining it, or they're processing it, and they're on-selling that product to third countries. So... the Philippines and Vietnam for a profit. We're getting absolutely zero money for this product, or this gas. What does the Japanese government have on the Australian government? We're actually bending over for them to get this sweet deal. Whilst, like I said back to earlier in the video, people are living in their cars. People cannot afford food, and we're giving away a finite resource for free. I want off this planet.
so that a Japanese company can export gas to Japan and then Japan can export gas to Vietnam and Philippines for a profit. We're actually disincentivising Japan to do anything about their emissions.
And if we do look at it from a green perspective as well, that is another point. We're kind of carbon neutral. We're wanting to be that green country, but we're the third biggest exporter of fossil fuels. We did hear it earlier in the video, and it's one of those things is we need to reassess our situation in the sense of saying, hey, look, is it the best time and place to focus heavily on renewables at the expense of our future generations? The ones that are coming up, housing crisis, cost of living crisis, I dare say $17 billion a year could quite possibly pay for free dental, for free schooling, for free university for our incoming generations. So I really, or even better, drag people up from the poverty line that are on pensions and Centrelink and NDIS and all these different things we've spoken about before.
I'm just pleading with this Parliament not to fall for the line that were Australia to introduce a tax on our gas exports, that the Japanese government would somehow be concerned or insulted. They might be disappointed because the Japanese government is a significant shareholder in INPEX that makes a significant profit selling our gas to Japan. The Japanese government is getting more revenue from taxing Australian gas than the Australian government is. The price of gas paid by Japan will not increase when we impose this tax. What will happen is the profits made by the people selling the gas will fall. There's not two gas prices out there.
And I've done some little bit of research on this topic as well. As what I've found is that the Japanese people are paying less for their gas or for their energy usage than we are. We don't feel rich. We don't feel rich at all.
The high tax Norway price and the low tax Australia price, they're going to keep selling at the world price. It's just they're going to get a smaller slice of it once we start do what Japan does and put a tax on our exports.
Back to that is that why does Australians feel poor?